Yeah, man. That whole pandemic was hella crazy. Uh, One of the security guards on the premises was talking to me about the pandemic and how he was off work for 2 years. That shit was hella dope, bruh. I remember I was working in Lower Manhattan for Amazon Flex, and I already had heard about Event 201, and so I mean, I never know what's to come. I don't try to predict stuff, but some dudes, a couple of dudes, I was really like watching their videos heavy at the time was grab these real quick. Big groundskeeper over here, big groundskeeper making sure the grounds are clean at the hospital here. Uh, where was I? Uh, where was I here? The pandemic. So I'm working for Amazon Flex, Lower Manhattan, across the street from the World Trade Center at Whole Foods on West and Greenwich. And we, me and a couple of dudes, we were making videos about all the people that have clones. Aaliyah, Lisa Left Eye Lopez, blah, 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 blah. And bruh had just made a video saying that Kobe Bryant is Miles Garrett in a meat suit. Because it would have to be Kobe Bryant in a meat suit to be Miles Garrett, because Miles Garrett weighs like 100 more pounds than Kobe. So it would have to be Kobe in a meat suit. Not in Donna Kasu, but Kobe in a meat suit. So we basically, our mindset was, well, my mindset was that due to the fact that we had been talking about all these people that have more than one identity, was the reason why it was like they had to pull off the pandemic, because it was like all this, it was an awakening. So every, like, if you're trying to hide a bunch of information and then the information is being found out, what do? Cause a big distraction, diversion. So we figured that the pandemic was a distraction, diversion. But if you look back in history, they've already had pandemics in the past. The Spanish flu of 1918, it was like 102 years before Event 201. 102 years before Event 201, they had the exact same simulation go on, if you look back. So Spanish flu, bird flu, blah, 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 blah. So I mean, I don't know. It was kind of like it was coincidental that we all this information, this alleged information about people, like Tupac being a Kill the MC, yada yada yada. Whoever is whoever, it don't really matter. So, but the thing is, there was some good times though. There were good times. There was good times. People not having to go to work for 2 years. That was a good thing. You know what I'm saying? People not having to work for 2 years. Got to sit home and play video games. But I don't know, that kind of handicapped some people. But yeah, man, the pandemic changed everything. Everybody knows that. And then all the people that, were basically saying that things didn't look right, and this wasn't that and that wasn't this, and there was a lot of arguments and people disagreeing. But then once it was all over and the mainstream news came out and confirmed that all the conspiracy theorists were actually not conspiracies and just people observing what was going on, then the people that were calling the other people conspiracy theorists, they don't want to come back. They never wanted to come back and admit that they're wrong. So that's one of the things that was amazing that we learned about the whole thing, is that people will never, once they'll argue with you, and then once they find out that they're wrong, they'll never come back and apologize and admit that they're wrong. So anyway, I think that's the moral of this video. Not only to reintroduce to you the pandemic of 2020, but to also, the biggest thing I learned with that is that people will never admit when they're wrong.